Hi students, today we are starting our next topic, that is difference between cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Following are the important differences between cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Cyclic, only photosystem 1 is involved. Here 1 and 2 both are involved. P700 is active reaction center. Here P680. Electron travel in cyclic manner. Here non-cyclic manner. Electron revert to photosystem 1. Electrons are from photosystem 1 are accepted by NADP. ATP molecules are produced. Here ATP and NADPH. Water is not required. Photolysis of water is there. NADPH is not synthesized. NADPH is synthesized. Oxygen is not involved as byproduct, but here oxygen is involved as byproduct. This process is predominant, and this process is predominant in all. Here only in bacteria, here only in green plants. All green plants are involved here. Now we are starting our next topic, that is chemiosmotic pathway. Chemiosmotic hypothesis was proposed by Peter Michael. It is the generation of ATP by ATP synthesis in an electron transport chain. ETC is an oxidative phosphorylation reaction, takes place in the inner membrane of mitochondria. It begins with the NAD and FAD H2 that loses electron. As each complex accepts electron and passes it on, energy is released. This energy is used to pump the protons move against the concentration gradient from the matrix of the mitochondria to inner membrane surface. Eventually, there is a higher concentration of protons build up the membrane space, and the proton try to move back into the matrix. A proton motive force, that is MPF, is set up, and ATP synthetase undergoes conformational change and uses the PMF to make ATP and ADP. ATP synthetase allows the proton to diffuse back down their gradient, that is ATP plus P, that is ATP. Now here you can see this is thylakoid membrane, stroma, ADP to ATP, photosystem 2, this is photosystem 1, cytochrome B and F, these are pigments, formation of NADPH, addition of hydrogen, lumen means cavity, cavity of stroma. Here F0 and F1 particle, here this reaction will takes place in the mitochondria. Here you should understand this is F0 and F1 particle, this formation of ATP in the mitochondria, and this all reaction takes place in the chloroplast. Release of hydrogen, and release of hydrogen when they are released by the chloroplast accepted by mitochondria, where particles of F0 and F1 molecules are there. Now we are starting our next topic, that is Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle is the cycle of chemical reaction performed by the plants to fix carbon from carbon dioxide into 3 carbon sugars. Later plants and animals can turn these 3 carbon compounds into amino acid, nucleotides and more complex sugars such as starches. This process of carbon fixation is how most new organic matter is created. The sugar created in the Calvin cycle are also used by plants for long-term energy storage, unlike ATP, which is used by quickly after it is created. The plant sugars can also become a source of energy for animals who eat the plants and predators who eat those herbivorous. The Calvin cycle is also sometimes referred to as light independent reaction of photosynthesis, since it is not powered directly by photons from sun. Instead, the Calvin cycle is powered by ATP and NADPH, which are created by harnessing the energy from photon in the light dependent reaction. Now function of Calvin cycle. The function of Calvin cycle is to create 3 carbon sugar, which can then be used to build other sugars such as glucose, starch and cellulose, that is used by plants as a structural building material. The Calvin cycle takes molecule of carbon straight out of the air and turns into plant matter. This makes the Calvin cycle vital for the existence of most ecosystems where plants form the base of the energy pyramid. Without the Calvin cycle, the plant would be unable to store energy in a form that herbivores could digest. Carnivores would be subsequently not have access to energy stored in the bodies of the herbivores. The carbon backbones created in the Calvin cycle are also used by plants and animals to make protein, nucleic acid, lipids and all other building blocks of life. The Calvin cycle also regulates the level of carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, in the Earth's atmosphere. Scientists have raised concern because in addition to putting huge amount of carbon dioxide back into the air by burning coal and gasoline, humans have also cut down about half of all Earth's forests, which play an important role in removing carbon dioxide from the air. Now we will discuss how Calvin cycle creates simple sugar from carbon dioxide below. Now Calvin cycle steps. Number 1, carbon fixation. In carbon fixation, a carbon dioxide molecule from atmosphere combines with 5 carbon acceptor molecule, that is known as ribulose biphosphate RUBP. The resulting 6 carbon compound is then splits into 2 molecules of 3 carbon compound, that is 3-PGA 3-phosphoglyceric acid. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme RUBP, ribulose biphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase, also known as Rubisco, due to the key role it plays in photosynthesis. Rubisco is probably the most abundant enzyme on earth. Now reduction. In the second stage of the Calvin cycle, the 3-PGA molecules created through carbon fixation are converted into molecules of a simple sugar, that is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. This stage uses energy from ATP and NADPH created in the light independent reaction of photosynthesis. In this way, the Calvin cycle becomes the way in which plants convert energy from sunlight into long-term storage molecules such as sugars. The energy from the ATP and NADPH is transferred to sugar. This step is called reduction because NADPH donates electron to the 3-phosphoglyceric acid molecules to create glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. In the chemistry, the process of donating electron is called reduction, and while the process of taking electron is called oxidation. Next, regeneration. Some glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecules go to make glucose, while others must be recycled to regenerate the 5 carbon RUBP compound that is used to accept new carbon molecules. The regeneration process requires ATP and it is a complex process involving many steps. Because it takes 6 carbon molecules to make a glucose, this cycle must be repeated 6 times to make a single molecule of glucose. To accomplish this equation, 5 out of 6 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecule that are created through the Calvin cycle are regenerated to form RUBP molecule. The 6th exits the cycle to become 1/2 of a glucose molecule. Now Calvin cycle we will study here, Rubisco, here photorespiration and Calvin cycle. Now here we can see 2-phosphoglycerate, here 3-phosphoglycerate, here plus and here multiplied. Now here glycerine, here triose phosphate. Now from glycerine serine, ammonia and carbon dioxide, here glycerate. ATP converts to ADP, 3-PG. This is RUBP. This is oxygen. Now here addition of carbon dioxide to RUBP, ribulose biphosphate, ribulose 6-phosphate, then triose phosphate and 2 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. Did you get the difference between both of them? This is the central point, Rubisco. Here it will go for the photorespiration. Here it will go for Calvin cycle. Here 2 plus 3, 2 phosphoglycerate plus 3 phosphoglycerate, but here 2 into 3 phosphoglycerate. Here glycine, serine, ammonia and carbon dioxide, glycerate, ATP to ADP, 3PG, RUBP, addition of oxygen and Rubisco. Now here addition of carbon dioxide, now 2 into 3 phosphoglycerate, triose phosphate, ribulose 5-phosphate, RUBP, and here this is Calvin cycle. Today whatever I have taught you, I am sending its PDF. Thank you.